Going to go on to 13C now. As you can see, a very similar format. We're going to have the shape of an upside down parabola, if you like, with a negative 3x squared, the y-intercept, or the point 0.05. Now the x-intercepts, I'm going to have to use the general quadratic in order to work that out. Get it right this time. So work that through, negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 76 over 6. Now I've just put that into my calculator, 2 root 19 over negative 6 here. And what we find is x is going to be 2 plus or minus square root of 19 over 3. So I've got my two particular functions there, and I can work it through on that basis. The turning point, what I will do first is just to take that negative 3 out. Halving and squaring that would be 2/3 all squared, plus 5 plus 2/3 all squared times 3. So therefore my turning point will be at 2/3, 5 4/9. Before plotting that, it might just help if we actually convert that into decimal form. So if I wanted to do that, negative 0.79 and 2.12 will be the points I can use in order to sketch the graph. Putting all those features together, I can then sketch the graph like so. Moving on to 13E now, there's a little bit of a trap with this one. You'll find it won't have any x-intercepts. I'll find the other aspects of it. Shape, upside down parabola, the y-intercept at 0, negative 4. I'm going to try to find the x-intercepts using the general quadratic. And what I'll find here, I end up with 9 take 32, and that's obviously going to be less than 0. Now as the discriminant less than 0, no real solutions or zeros in this instance. I can of course find the turning point. So when I do that, taking the negative 2 out, halving and squaring the negative 3 over 2, Now, when we go ahead and do that, that ends up being plus 2 by 9 over 4 all squared. 3 over 4 all squared, I should say. It's minus 3/4 all squared. So we can state the turning point is at 3/4 negative 23 over 8. So armed with those bits and pieces, I can quickly sketch the graph. Now, because there's no x-intercepts, I might just make use of this little corner I have over here on the page. And you can see your graph like so. Now, in a moment, I'll just quickly show you this question using the graphics calculator. So very quickly on the graphics calculator, graph and table, type in the function you've got. And press the graph. And you can very quickly see the function. Now you can move that up, you can make it larger, whatever. And just checking the turning point, I use gsolve, and I'm going to find a maximum because there's only one point where the function is at a maximum. And if you look very quickly, you can see 0.75 and the negative 2.875 there. But please get in the habit of checking these with your calculator as you go.